what attracted you to a life of clinical research?
I think my answer will make you very disappointed.
I'm sure that's not the case.
Because actually, when I was a young doctor, a resident, it was absolutely necessary to do research to be employed at a university hospital. So I didn't have any particular interest in research. I was really forced to do research and to get a PhD, to have a chance to be employed in the university hospital. I approached a few possible supervisors, and the first one, he had too many PhD students to accept me, but I found another one, and I got a subject that I didn't choose myself, which was fetal movements. Yeah, I was not particularly interested in that subject, but so my real interest in research actually did not begin until I started with gynecological ultrasound.
Okay.
And I realized that there was a need to systematically assess the value of color Doppler ultrasound. That was a subject that interested me, and that's when my real interest in research started. The other things were just a necessity. But of course, I got some basic insights about research. I mean, how to write scientific protocols, to perform statistical analysis and things like that. Without that basis, I would not have been able to do the research that I really liked.
I think your story is something that I've heard from other people before, where they've had to do a research project in order to sort of advance in their general training, so they kind of fell into it almost accidentally. But I suppose it's finding that subject that really then interests you and keeps you motivated, which is something that's so important, and it's and vital to continue this the journey in sort of having a clinical research career, really, isn't it? And so where in your training did you find that sort of essentially that passion for looking for Doppler ultrasound and gynecological ultrasound? Was it when you'd finished all your training, or was it whilst you were doing your research that you then started developing that interest alongside whilst you were looking at fetal movements?
No. It was after I had defended my thesis,
okay.
which included 6 articles. And after that, I was a little bit lost, you know, what shall I do now, and so on. But then I started with ultrasound, and 2 articles came out saying that if you use color Doppler and you measure resistance index or pulsatility index in the blood vessels of ovarian tumors, you can completely discriminate between benign, malignant, and extra masses. So I tried to use color Doppler, and I found that this isn't true. It isn't possible. It doesn't work like that. And then I realized I have to do some systematic research myself. And I started to do that. And yeah, it really became a passion of mine. And we did some very, very basic research on gynecological Doppler. So my first PhD student, Povilas Latkevicius, he wrote a very thick book, including 8 original articles, systematically evaluating the value of Doppler in gynecology.
And then, so the rest is really history, I suppose, isn't it? Because we've all seen the hundreds of articles that we all now quote and use even in our own education for using, you know, color Doppler, power Doppler, and being able to discriminate certain masses and how we sort of involve that in clinical practice. So thank you as well for all of that, because it's definitely been educational for me when I was doing my research as well. So it's been fantastic.